Hi, Michael. How are you?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Hey!
Little Spanish for you. Well, tell us about Gangster Squad. I loved it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, initially, my buddy Ruben Fleischer told me about it, and he says, I'd like for you to be in it. And I was like, oh, cool. And so I gave it a read, and I was like, wow, this is a really good script. And then he told me who was in it, and I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. It's a no-brainer.
Right.
And but it's about this, this squad that's like a bunch of off-duty police officers, and they call themselves the Gangster Squad. And they go up against Mickey Cohen, who's this mafia guy, mob guy, in 1940s, and he wants to take over Los Angeles, and it's based on a true story. And they basically go and fight like, an army, and they come out on top, which is pretty interesting because it's, it's based on a true story or whatnot. But, this is, I think it's got a good script, it's got a really good director, and, these guys are pretty good actors as well.
Now, how did you like getting into costumes and the old guns? How was that for you?
At first, I wasn't totally stoked about it because, your pants were like, close to your chest. And I'm like, I'm not really used to it. Like, I think they call them mom jeans now.
Okay.
And,
High-waisted?
High-waisted, I think it looks good on women, but I'm like, on dudes, I'm like, what, really? I'm like, you cover up. Well, you can cover up a lot. Yeah.
I mean, you can see your pants. I could just see the jacket. It looked great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But the tie was like this.
Yes.
I was like, that's not even really a tie anymore. But if you saw, like, we kept on cheating.
And pulling them down?
Yeah, I tried.
How did you like with the new guns from when you were in End to Watch with, shooting different guns from today, back from 1940s?
Yeah. I much appreciate the ones that we have now because it's a softer trigger. The recoil isn't as much. And then with the other ones, like it went bam, bam, bam. So it's harder to stay on target. Right. And so, but now they teach you, to hold it with two and then your thumbs. It's a lot of stuff. But I think we have better guns now. The
scene that when you were all trying out the shooting, like you were trying to see who can shoot the can, and Robert Patrick's character could do it, and he was bouncing it. Who was the best shot?
Of course, I'm going to say me.
Of course.
But I had 5 months of training, and then before that, I would just go to the shooting range just to shoot anyway, and I still go to the shooting range now and shoot shotguns. So I don't know. Maybe some of them are better shots. I'd like to see that.
Now, with working with Ruben Fleischer again from 30 Minutes or Less,
not much different. And you know what? That's why I liked the idea of this movie because it could have been really dark, and sometimes I don't know. Sometimes with this kind of movie, if you go really dark, and get really boring in a way, where you're like you know what to expect and stuff. But he kept it kind of light, and a lot of the guys are joking around and like, but it's oddly enough, and I learned that in End of Watch, these cops, they really joke around a lot. And I used it a lot in End of Watch. Me and Jake were joking around all the time, offset and while we were shooting. And I thought that he was great, and he's great with the camera or whatnot. And I was like, except we were definitely going for the jokes on 30 Minutes or Less.
Did you do any research before filming this for like the real gangsters that this is based on?
I did. I mean, like I always do like a little bit of research just to give me like a taste of what it really was like. But I usually go back to the script and I'll read the script maybe 10 times or whatever, or as many times as I need to, because I think everybody needs to be on board with the with the same script. A lot of times people go study, and then they come back and they're doing a different movie. And but this one is definitely like I thought the script was awesome anyway.
Offset, was any jokesters going on? Anything going on with Emma Stone since she's one of the main characters?
I didn't shoot any scenes with her, but there was definitely some funny moments. I'm like, one of the weirdest moments was like, I remember we were shooting a scene down in the alley and like everybody's parked and we're all dressed and we got the lights and the camera, and then all of a sudden some dude dressed in a beaver suit. Oh. Not Justin Bieber, but like a beaver.
Real beaver, okay.
Like, starts walking down and literally like just, moseying along his day, doing whatever. Okay. And he just, I think he maybe works in like Hollywood Boulevard or something, doing this or whatever. Right. And he just walks by, looks at the cameras and looks it up, and he's like, with a beaver hat on. And then we had to wait for like 10 minutes, but it was the weirdest thing that's probably ever happened to me on a film set.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but to be walking slow, you know?
That's great. That's awesome.
And he kept in character the whole time.
Well, I really enjoyed it. I think you're going to do great. I want to see it again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.